Welcome everyone to HueFin, also known as HueFin News. Today is June 26, 2021, and what you are looking at now, what you are attending is our Lookout live stream session. This is an opportunity for all of us to look at some charts, collaborate on some other particular charts for cryptocurrency that we usually don't look at together, right? So on this particular channel, we cannot look at every possible product or cryptocurrency or stock that's out in the market. So we wanted to give an opportunity for our members, our artisan members, to tell us, well, what are you interested in? What other stocks, what other cryptocurrency do you want us to go over? So we can be on the lookout, get in position, and dominate in this space. This is what we're all about. We're here to make sure that everyone in our community is seeing where the market is going to go so that we can get in position and win, right? And we're going to show you all this the unconfusing way, because there's a lot of confusion going on YouTube, in mainstream media, about stocks, about cryptocurrencies. Everyone is worried about the price, where it's going to go. Well, you're at a great place. And if you want to participate with us during our Lookout live streams, you have to come and be a part of our artisan member perks. I wanted to show you all this real quick before we go into the cryptocurrency and stocks in the market today. So if you want to participate in the Lookout live stream, this is it down here. We call this the Lookout. This is where we all collaborate, look at a couple of charts, see where the price is going to go so that we can make the necessary adjustments, get in position, and win against the trap, right? That is the trap right there. I just put him on the screen so you all can see him. We needed to put a face in the market so that we can know who we are going against, who is trying to take the money from us, and who are we taking the money from. That is him right there on the bottom left side of my screen. He is the one that's trying to take our money. He's trying to take our bread. He's trying to take food out of our mouths and put it in his kids' mouths. So we need to be more on guard to see what he's going to do so that we can beat him to the punch and win in this space, right? So now you have to become an artisan member. It's only $4.99 a month, $4.99 a month for everyone to contribute and collaborate during our Lookout live stream sessions, which we try to do every weekend. All right. If not, if you just want to support the channel, that is great. We also definitely like the support. You become an artisan member right up here at the top, and there you'll be able to see all of our custom loyalty badges right there, as well as our emojis that we've created so that you can learn how to call the market, right? We just don't want to be a YouTube channel to where it's all about entertainment, it's all about FUD, it's all about the FOMO. No, we actually want to teach people in our community to learn how to read the markets so that you can become more proficient and understanding as to where price is going to go. We need to win in the market. So I wanted to create a community of masses of people to where we can actually dictate and see where price is going to go so that we can win amongst Wall Street and the big hedge funds that's participating in the cryptocurrency space as well as in the stock market, right? So now, I usually send out in the community a post every week to our artists and members only. So nobody else sees this particular post right here unless you are an artist and member, and just to try to get a gauge as to what everyone else is interested in, right? So that I can at least try to give everyone the ability to see the prospect of price movement for some other stocks or cryptocurrency that we don't usually cover here on this channel, right? So I will send this out every week to all of our artists and members so that they can actually tell me, okay, what charts do you want me to take a look at, so that we can collaborate and get in position and win in the space, right? All right, so now check this out. Let's go ahead and get started. We got about 7 products that we're going to look at today on this particular live stream. And the first one that we're going to take a look at is already there. It is Luna. You guys can see that previously we did a price prediction in Luna all the way back on June the 8th, 2021. Let me zoom in so you all can see what has occurred into the market in Luna. So you can see here that June the 8th was the last time we did our price prediction. And we were already in position in anticipation that the market in Luna was going to go higher in price, right? Can you see that? And that was 20%. That was 20% profitability into the market in that prediction. And I want you all to see that not only are we able to dictate and see where price is going to go, we can also dictate how high we think that market is going to go in that movement, right? It's not a surprise to see that Luna could not really break up above that $6.60 price. This is how you're able to read the market. This is how you're able to not become overextended in your anticipation or prediction, right? We expected to see more selling come into the market in Luna right here at this particular price. Uh-oh, look at that. We got Darcy in the chat talking about we are wrong more than we are. Okay. I guess obviously he don't see the chart that I'm showing right now into the market. I guess he or she doesn't realize that we've been doing this for 2017, being fully transparent, and it's there. So I understand, we got the haters. They love to be participating in our predictions as well. So Darcy, tell me, where do you think the price in Luna is going to go right now? I want to see how often you are right. So again, that was 20% right there, right? Take a look at that, 20%. And it took us what? Maybe a week, 7 days, 7 traded days to see the market in Luna hit our price prediction. So now let's go ahead and take that away. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom out. I want to show you all what the market in Luna has been doing, right? So since June the 8th, the market in Luna has just been trading right there around that $4.90 area to $5 price, which is pretty good. That's nothing different. That's nothing new. We have already seen that happen in the market in Luna all the way back here in February, beginning of the year, right there. So for us to still see this price in Luna trade at $5, that's very important. So when I break out this time frame in a longer perspective, we need to see if we're still getting weakness right here on this $5 support area, because that would mean that the market is going to break that $5 area, right? So let's take a look at the long-term time frame real quick. So now, what is the direction that the market currently is going through in Luna? You guys can see, even here on the 3-day time frame, that we're in a downtrend, right? So let me zoom this in. This is our last chance. We need to see strength coming to the market right there at $5, because if we break $5 to the downside, we're not going to go higher in price. Okay. Now let me take a look at the market in Luna on a weekly perspective. So again, all of this is weakness. Every weekly price bar we see in Luna is indicating that the market is still weak. So can we still see the price in Luna come all the way down to $4, $3 in the long term? It definitely looks like that's a possibility. Like, I don't want to tell you all that everything is rainbows and ponies and cupcakes, because this market is very, very devious, and they're in this space to try to make us lose. So when I look at these charts, yeah, the market is weak, but there's a very strong support area in Luna right there around $5. Okay. Even here on the 5-week time frame, you guys can see that we're still showing some indication of market weakness, right? We're closing towards the low end of this current 5-weekly price bar. Now, take a look at this. One thing that I want to tell everyone in our community is that the volume speaks literally volumes, right? Take a look at that. This volume on this 5-weekly price bar, take a look. This spread is a lot smaller than the previous one, and we're still seeing more volume. So what in the world is going on? What in the world does that mean? Okay. Right here. More volume on this current 5-weekly price bar, smaller spread. The last completed 5-weekly price bar, widespread, lighter volume. That tells us, okay, I'm telling you now, this tells us that buyers are coming to the market in Luna right around this $5, $4 area, okay? So it kind of shows us that the trap is trying to follow this trend right here in Luna, okay? So what I'm pretty much expecting in the long term in Luna is for us to hover right there around this $4 to $5 area until the market is ready to jump in price. That's right, Chris. Buyers are coming in when you see this much volume on a very small spread. Now, it's still weak, right? I don't want you all to think that we're ready for clear selling, like the market is ready just to take off. We're not there yet, but it's a pretty good location for us to see this market trade sideways. So I will be looking for Luna for the most part to trade sideways in the long term, and that sideways trading action is going to be all the way down here to $4, right? We're holding support now at $5, but from a long-term perspective, $4 cannot be broken. Okay. Now let me see this on a hourly time frame. I want to see if we're getting any strength coming into the market in Luna, and right now we're not. Okay, and that's not a thing we want to see in areas of support. We want to see strength coming to the market in Luna right here, and we're not even getting that. So we still need to be careful. Okay, let me see this on 5-hour time frame. We're still seeing the indication of market weakness coming through in Luna. Now, what I'm suspecting the trap is going to do is that I still suspect that he's going to try to come in and prop up this price still, right? But we haven't seen that yet. Take a look at this on the 2-hour time frame. Like, we're still seeing the indication of market weakness in Luna right here. Let me show you where we're getting the strength. Like, we're still seeing the strength trying to break through into this market, trying to keep this price from dropping. Right here, these are the areas that we're seeing the strength. Okay. So now, what do you all think? Right, we're doing this live stream to collaborate to see where we're expecting the price to go in Luna, and depending on your time frame, okay, dependent on your time frame, what are you seeing into the market in Luna? I just did a video for XRP and it's just been posted to our channel. What do you all think? Dimitri thinks maybe most of this volume was in wick on the 5-week candle. Okay. Take a look at the market, right? Every price bar, every volume bar we see is everyone's convictions on what they expect the market to do, right? That's one thing that we understand, is that the money does not lie. So what are you all seeing? Would you come in and buy this, or would you wait? Let me know. Because this is what we're going to do. Let me show you what we're expecting the market in Luna to do. John Santos writes, maybe the price could go lower because the volume is low. What do you think the volume means, John, when is low at areas of support, right? What do you think that means? JR is talking about he opened a small position in Luna. Chris says, wait. JR put the comment in, put 1,000 on it for now. I'm going to let it run all the way down to 4 before I stop loss. Okay. So I'm thinking on these two options. The first one is where Chris wrote the comment, wait. That is always a possibility. If you get any indecision in the market, don't feel like you have to be rushed into playing your position, into jumping in any play, right? You don't ever want to do that. If there's not a play here, then sit the sideline, let the market work itself out. And then once we get more indications of strength coming through or still seeing weakness, then we can jump in the market, right? But I really want to emphasize in Luna that this price really wants to hover around $5 all the way back down to like $4.50, right? No lower than $4. Okay. So now we've seen a massive amount of volume back here when we came towards $4 to $5 range. Ever since then, May 25th. So this has been a whole month of Luna trading and keeping price above $5. And let's not forget, that support area has already been established. The longer this price in Luna trades above this $5 area, $4.50 area, it's good. It's still golden. He is still trying to tell us that he's trying to increase this price, right? Now, okay. I'm seeing everyone in the comment section. I see you all are thinking that the price in Luna is going to go lower, right? You still think that. When I show you all the time frames, right? Keep in mind, we've already seen this market in Luna week, okay? One thing that tells us if the market is going to continue to drop is the volume. So what type of volume have we been going through since Luna has been trading around the support area? It's been drying up, right? The volume has been drying up. We've been seeing a decrease in volume in Luna as it's just been trading right here above $5. See, the market is being sold, okay? I don't want you all to think that that's not the case. Let me show you where this market is selling in Luna. This 5-day price bar, this one, this one, this one, this one, right? All of these 5-day price bars, this market is selling, but the reaction has not been to what you would expect. The market hasn't been dropping. Somebody, okay, someone is here in Luna propping up this price at $5, because every 5-day price bar we see is people selling into the market, but somebody's trying to keep that price from actually falling lower. That is massive news. That is big news for us that we can capitalize off of, right? So dependent on your time frame, I'm still going to play the strength into the market in Luna. I still suspect that this market currency is going to bounce from around this $5 area, okay? Now, like I said, $4 is our biggest area of support. So we're going to continue to play the strength into the market in Luna until we see this price break $4 to the downside. So my focus and attention would be to see if weakness comes through at $4, because if so, we're going to go a lot lower. Okay, we are. So we're going to play the strength on here. It is our prediction that the trap is going to continue to try to hold this price right here alongside our support area. Now, how strong do you think the market is though? Right? I'm not coming through and telling everyone in our community that this is a massive buy, because it is not. You remember when we looked at the 5-day time frame, right? And everything, literally all these five-day price bars was weakness. So I'm not telling that this market is ready to go to extreme prices. Do you want to take it to the closest area of restriction, which is right there around $5.79, right? What about up here? So that's like a 25% run to see the market in Luna come up here to like $6.27, $6.30, right? Or do you want to take it all the way up here to $6.70 to $7? I think the trap is trying to fool people into thinking that the market in Luna is going to go lower. So I think I'm going to play that right there. Let me get rid of this line here. I don't want us to be confused. But yeah, we're going to play the strength into the market in Luna. And I mean, 33 3/4%, that's pretty good, right? But I'm still expecting the market to still trade sideways. Okay. That's what I'm pretty much expecting. But we can still profit in anticipation of seeing Luna go higher. Appreciate that, Chris. Yeah, let me see how many people is on the live right now. We got what, 30 people right now on the live, and only 50% of anyone hit that like button. Make sure if you haven't done it, we dropping a lot of gems for everyone in our community because we want you all to be profitable. We want you all to learn and see how the market really operates. So if you haven't tapped that thumbs up button, make sure you hit that just like Chris recommended in the chat. Go ahead and do that for me. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. The next one is DOT. So this is the price prediction in the market in Polkadot, right? So let me zoom in and show you what the market has done. Okay, because we did our last price prediction right here on May the 25th, right? And we pretty much expected that that area of restriction was going to be around $24.15, right? Let me show you. So now, just like Darcy wrote in the comment, you may have thought that we was wrong in our analysis in Polkadot. No, we wasn't. The only thing that we got incorrect was placing our restriction area. We had our restriction area right there around 24, but the market trap restriction was all the way up here towards $25.85, right? That was it. That's why I'm trying to tell everyone to not place stop losses on these exchanges, because the trap will use that against us to where we'll lose when the whole time we was right. That's why you have to be able to read the market in all directions, right? So even though we had our restriction area when we did our prediction in Polkadot right here at 24, it was actually up there around 26. So when we did our prediction, okay, let me show you all this. I want you all to show me, where do you think the indication for weakness came through after May 25th, 2021? Where do you think the indication that the market was still weak in Polkadot? There's two locations that I can already see that should have told us that, yeah, your restriction area is down here around 24, but I'm still seeing weakness in this vicinity, that you shouldn't be rushed to try to get out your position, right? Let me show you. This day, May 28th, 2021, is the first indication that the market in Polkadot is still giving us weakness. And then this one. Okay. Those 2 days right there told us that the market in Polkadot is still weak. And then there was a third time here too, at $26. These 3 days tells us a lot. Like, this is where the news is being broadcast. And if you're able to see these things on the chart, you're actually able to eliminate the prospect of losing more money as well as gaining more profits. That's right. The chart doesn't lie. Once you saw these 3 days come through, you could have came in and shorted the market right here because that was 3 times it could not break price above $26. And you could have rolled it all the way down here to where the price is now in Polkadot. I really want everyone in our community to realize that this is how the market works. He drops hints to us every day. Every time the market is open, every time there's a trade completed, is more information that we can digest to see where price is going to go. So the market in Polkadot was able to trade sideways though, right? It was just bouncing ever since we did our price prediction from May 25th all the way until like June 15th. It has just been trading sideways. Then we saw the market break and it went lower. Okay, so let me extend this out, because you can see that it took the market from May 25th all the way until June 21st, a whole month it has taken for us to get that ultimate TP price out of 22%, right? And I'm not going to tell you any lies. I'm not going to fool you. I'm not going to trick you. This would have scared a lot of people though, to see this market just trade sideways and they was looking for the market to go lower, right? A lot of people would have been nervous. But that's why you got to understand how to read price charts. That's why you got to understand the language of the markets, is that you would have understood that, okay, yeah, the market's trading sideways, but I don't need to be rushed into exiting out my position because I got this day that told me that the market sold off. I have this day again that the market could not break above price. And then a third time, the market couldn't even do it. So every time you would have saw these things occur, you could have said, I'm still in position. I'm still good, right? You wouldn't have been rushed, because you can still tell that Polkadot is still weak while it's been trading around this restriction area. Okay. So now let me go ahead and take this away. We're trying to get in position for the next move, right? So now, obviously you can tell that the market in Polkadot is no longer traded within our 2 lines. So I'm gonna get rid of one of them, okay? And you can see that the market is weak. The market in Polkadot is garnishing a lot of weakness here. But just like in Luna, we got prior price history to substantiate that this is where the market is willing to at least hold support down here. Okay. Let me zoom in. Right around there. You can even tell that we're breaking that to the downside in Polkadot right now. This is the 3-day time frame. We're still seeing indication that the market in Polkadot is still weak. So a lot of these cryptocurrencies are still showing and reflecting weakness in this space. But I don't think we're too far though to find support. Okay. I don't want you all to think that the market is that weak. Okay. Because what I'm seeing is that the market may try to surprise a lot of people into thinking that the market's going to go lower, and it's not. I think the trap is trying to fool us into expecting that the market's going to continue to dip a lot lower. Okay. Now, let me look at this on a weekly time frame. This is weakness. Okay. This here substantiates that the market price in Polkadot is weak. And it's not sad to say that we can see the price in Polkadot come all the way back down to $10, right? That is monumental. I mean, take a look at where we were on May the 10th on this weekly price bar. We've seen the value of these cryptocurrencies lose 75, 72, 80 something percent, right? You can see that. So playing this on a long-term perspective in Polkadot, yeah, the market here is weak. I'm not going to give you any stories. It is what it is. I can't do anything about it. You guys can't do anything about it either. This market in Polkadot is giving us weakness, right? So that's the long term. This is the 5 weekly time frame. We got a day and 7 hours left, and this is terrible, right? This looks terrible in Polkadot. for us to see on a 5-weekly time frame, the market came all the way up here to $28, $29, and now we're all the way down here towards 13. Okay, that is still weakness. Don't let no one try to fool you into thinking that this market in Polkadot is still giving us some strength. Now, like I told you, I'm not expecting us to like come all the way down to $2 right now in Polkadot. We got pretty good areas of support right there around $10. Okay. Now, do I suspect that we could get a small bounce into the market? Yeah, I am suspecting that. And that's what I'm going to play on a daily time frame. But I wanted to show you that from a long-term perspective, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 weeks, this market is still weak in Polkadot. How low can we go? I already told you, around $10, all the way down to $8. Okay, so from where we are, let's see how much of a loss or movement to the downside we got to go. So from $10, the first area is about 27%, back down to 7, which is around 50%. So we can still see a 50% drop in Polkadot in the next 5 weeks, at least, because you remember I showed you all the weekly time frame. This is the 5-week time frame. Okay, so at least within the next 5 weeks, we can expect Polkadot to try to come down to $10 or $7, one of those numbers. Okay, but let me take this back over to the daily. Okay, because we're going to suspect that we're going to get a bounce into the market in Polkadot. Okay, so this is not going to be a long-term prediction. This is going to be on a daily perspective. And what I'm seeing is that the market may try to come down here towards $13.10 and get a bounce from there and try to go back up towards this $15.33 area to 16. That's about how high I'm going to expect this market price to go in Polkadot. Okay, so I said like $15.33. That's about 10 and a quarter, back up towards 16. That's about 15% movement to the upside. Okay, that's not a lot. I mean, when I zoom out this chart, that doesn't look like it's a big movement, but you can still see that that gives us around 15% profitability, right? So I'm going to hold that there, but I want everyone to be prepared in the long term that that market weakness is still being reflected on the chart. Okay, so this is how we're going to play the market in Luna from a daily perspective. Long term, this area down here that I'm holding as support, this is going to be the first area that I'm going to look for the market to try to come towards for the long term, but we're playing the prediction on the daily. Okay, so I'm not expecting our price prediction to go on forever. This has to play out over the next couple of days, 5 days, 7 days, right? And if it doesn't, we already know the likelihood of us going lower is definitely increasing. All right, so now let's go ahead and check out the next one, which is Auto. This is paired against Tether. And I mean, tell me, right? We're collaborating and we are in the business of predicting where the price is going to go. I want you all to tell me, what is the direction of this cryptocurrency right here? Again, don't forget, price bars, the volume does not lie. Okay. The price for this currency is around $821 right now. What trend are we in? Okay, what trend are we in? The market in auto is going down, right? Plain and simple. So we're not going to be fooled into thinking that this market is a massive buy right now, right? You want to buy on the low. So are we seeing the trap come through trying to create a support area? Are we there yet? Do you think this market in auto is here creating a support price? Okay. That's right, Chris. The market is going down. Camille, yes, the market is going down. So look at this. We need to follow the market. Like the trap is telling us already where he's trying to take this crypto. This is the support area, right? Let me zoom in and show you. This is the support line that the trap is trying to create. Bring this in closer. So we're in a downtrend. But can we see support? Can we see and expect a small bounce like we did in Polkadot, right? We're expecting a small bounce to occur in these cryptocurrencies. First one is Polkadot. We're looking for the market to go higher in Polkadot, but only from a daily perspective. Can we see the same thing in auto? Because like Chris wrote in the chat, it looks to be consolidating sideways, right? But the market is not extremely strong, right? Don't be fooled. I don't want you all to think when you listen to these other YouTube channels that the market here is extremely strong and you need to come in and buy it, right? It's not that at all. 5-day time frame right here. The market here is still showing us weakness. Now, when you see this type of scenario, right, I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, you do not want to come in the market when you don't have a basis of support in price. We do not have a sound area of support in price in auto right now. So in this particular situation, I would not even be looking at this particular crypto because I know that the market is still weak. If I'm looking for a cryptocurrency to buy, this one is not exhibiting a buy at the moment. We need to see an indication that the market is willing to support price and stop it from dropping into lower prices. And we don't have that right now, right? Now, if the market in auto was willing to hold price right now above this support line I got drawn, we're breaking below that right now. So that tells me that we haven't created a sound area of support. So I wouldn't even be looking at this cryptocurrency right now because we're still in a downtrend. We're still in downfall. We haven't stopped that from happening yet. Okay, so until such time, the market in auto is still weak. This is the daily time frame, right? We need to see this market give us some support. Now we got one line right here that is showing us support may begin around $775, right? It may, but even in that hypothetical, that's no guarantee. I need more days to show us, for him to show us that, yeah, I'm gonna prop up this price right here in auto. This is where I'm buying up this currency so that I can lift it up to higher prices. We haven't seen that yet. So I cannot put in a price prediction in the market for auto right now. It is untouchable. He hasn't garnered us any information to substantiate that he's willing to support price. Now, right here on these days, I will tell you, if he was able to keep the price from June 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and 25th above this support line, $965, then I say, yeah, this would be a good spot to see the market move higher. But he couldn't even do it on those days. So I'm not going to put a price prediction on this particular currency. This one still needs to be watched until we're able to see support. Until such time, the market is anticipated to go lower. Okay. So we got that one indication. Like I said, sit the sideline. If we get a bounce here around $775, then he's giving us more hints. He's dropping more clues to us and say, I'm willing to prop up this price right here, but he ain't done it yet. So I'm not even going to put in a price prediction because it could still go lower. And then that would make us look foolish, right? So I'm not going to put a price prediction into the market in auto right now, but I'm going to hold this line here because this is going to be the crux to let us know, yes, he's willing to hold this price in auto above $955, $960, right? Until that time, that area is restriction. And that's not even positive for us to see the market go higher from there. So let me bring it up there towards like 1,000. Look like it's more or less towards $1,000, $991, $990. So yeah. I wouldn't even be surprised to see the market in auto give us a bounce back up there towards 990. That's about 15%. I wouldn't be surprised to see that though. I appreciate that, Chris. Chris writes, never been on another channel that actually says sit the sideline. Mad transparency, good call. Yeah, I mean, there's times to where you don't need to participate. And you need to be real with yourself and not deploy resources in these markets when it's undetermined, right? At times the trap tells us that, hey, I'm trying to hold this price, because he was telling us back in this time. Okay, he's telling us back here that he was willing to hold price above 1,000, right? From June the 7th, June the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. He was willing to prop up the price, right? But then we broke that on the 21st. And now that area is restriction. So that tells me sit the sideline until we get more clues that this market is willing to move higher price. Until then, this market is going to go lower in auto. Appreciate that super chat, JR. I think you want us to look at Harmony 1, but I need to really instill that everyone who watches our channel, this is not the opportunity to give us super chats. We're really trying to focus in on building our community of artists and members. This is the opportunity for us to collaborate with our artists and members. Now, I will give you one look on Harmony 1 since you contributed to the $5 price of what it costs to be an artist and member. But if you really want us to look at your cryptocurrencies or any other stocks, you need to become an artist and member. Okay. All right, so let's check this out real quick. Let me write that down. All right, so we'll go ahead and do Harmony 1, the last one that we'll do today for you, JR. All right, so now let's go ahead and look at the next one, which is Cake. All right, so take a look at this. It's been a long time since we did a price prediction in the market in Cake. I mean, all the way back since April. And I mean, again, we expected the strength to come through into the market in Cake right here on April the 17th. That is pretty much where the market went. Okay. Now, that's what I'm trying to get you all to realize is that we had our support area down here at $19.85 in Cake. Now, just imagine, all right, just imagine if you would have kept a stop loss in the market for Cake at 20. This is why I'm trying to tell you, don't use stop losses on these exchanges because they will beat you. Imagine if you would have had a stop loss at $20 in Cake. You would have missed out on this fantastic move. Your call was correct. Your prediction was right, but you lost because you put a stop loss on the exchange. Everyone in our team, everyone in our community needs to realize only you need to know where would you cut your losses at. Don't tell that to the trap because he can see all of the orders on the books. And he took the price in Cake all the way below $20, right? He took it all the way down below $20 just to take you out and then move the price higher. That's not a surprise. That's not a coincidence. That was the low right there, April the 18th. The market low was $19.09. That was the low. And ever since then, price been going higher. He took out a lot of people in stop losses who were anticipating the market to go higher. If you don't realize that this market is rigged and that he plays these tricks on us every day to win, you're playing the wrong game. That's why we had our support area. We told you all that that would be the point that we would expect the market to come through and hold support. And he did, because look where the market closed on April the 18th. It closed right there in the middle. And then from there, he held our support area. I mean, come on. You guys can do the same thing. You guys can read the market for yourselves and be profitable in this space. Don't let anyone make it confusing. We didn't use any technical indicators. We didn't look at any reports. We didn't look at any new platform, any new protocol that's anticipated to come out. None of that. We just looked at the price bars and the volume and told you we were playing the strength. So 14.61% at least profitability right there in our prediction. Now, yeah, it did exceed our expectation, which is absolutely fine, right? We're not trying to call the ultimate top. We're just trying to make bank. We're just trying to get the bread from the trap and move on to the next play. 14.6%. You could have gotten at the high 87. Massive, right? Appreciate that, JR. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat once again. So take a look at that. Whether it's 14% or even 89.75%, massive congratulatory to everyone who saw that. Because take a look at the price now. That's what I'm saying. You have people that's trying to tell us to be in these plays for 5 years, 10 years. Really? You could have gotten 89% in less than a month, from April to beginning of May. Less than a month, 2 weeks. This price went from $20 all the way up there towards $45 in less than a month. That was double your money right there. Because if you were still holding on to the market in cake, you are down massively now. I'm just saying, you can be in these plays if you want to for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years in less than 3 months. The value has literally been decreased. And it hasn't taken years just for you to see that happen, right? So now if we take that away, let's see what the market is anticipated to do now. Let me zoom out because you can see that we're already here towards a support area in cake. Okay. Ever since this currency has been traded on Binance, it hasn't been trading below this area right here. Okay, which is around $9 and what, 60 cents, give or take. Now, yes, we're still in a downtrend. Everything in the cryptocurrency is in a downtrend right now. So we have to look here historically in the background of this chart to gauge where the market support area can be. And I'm looking right here around $11. Okay, $11.05, $10.90, give or take, right? I'm not trying to give you precisely on the pin where the support area is going to be, but it's around that point right there. So I'm telling you, that is where I'm looking for the market to come through and hold support. Okay. Let me get $10.75. I'm looking for the market to come in and try to hold that $10.75 area for support. Okay. Now take a look. This currency looks pretty much just like all the other currency we reviewed already. Wheat. Okay. This is where the restriction area is in cake. Right around here. So I'm telling you already where the market area is going to react. Okay. We would expect some reaction to occur in cake, i.e. seeing some buyers come through around $10.75. Okay. Right there. Our restriction area to where we would expect more selling to occur is going to be around 14. So just like what we went through here in cake back here in the beginning of the year, expect that again. Okay. Expect the same thing to occur to where this market is going to give us more sideways trading. Appreciate that, Prince AJ, for the super chat of $5. Thank you. Appreciate all the support that we are getting from everyone in our community, because I really want to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to at least see that you're able to predict prices and that you're able to win and get in position and dominate. So appreciate that, AJ, as well. So now let me take a look at the market in cake on a weekly time frame. So we've already came and the trap has shown us already. Okay, let me take this away. He has already shown us already that he's willing to support the price in cake right here. Okay, so we're not confused. He's not going to trick us. He has already done that numerous times in cake. And let me just show you, like, these are all teachable moments to where he is dropping knowledge to us. Ever since this currency has been trading on the market exchange of Binance, we have not seen price break below, what's that, $9.75. So boom, we're good. We're seeing that already. We appreciate him telling us that he's willing to support the price around $9.75. That is a very strong support area. Okay, so now we're trading around $11.84 now. So when you look at the grand scheme of things of where this market in cake has been, that's a pretty good area. If you're willing to come in and purchase this particular currency. Okay. So now, yes, the market here in cake is weak, but it's not weak to the point to where I'm looking for the market to break our support line at like $9.65. I'm not expecting that. So on this prediction, okay, that is where our support area is going to be. So we're going to expect this market in cake to give us continuational sideways trading until we see this market break our $9.75 price. Okay. Now I'm telling you, we still have movement to the downside to go through though. I don't want you all to think that we're done with the market in cake going lower, because we're not. Let me look at this on the hourly time frame again, because I really want to see if we're going to get a bounce. And it looked like we are. Okay, this is from an hourly perspective. And he has already shown us that he's willing to prop up the price in cake on an hourly perspective. So I am looking for the price in the extreme near term to go higher. Now, I'm not bullish to where I'm looking for the market to go to $25. No, but we can at least get some profitability out this market in cake. Now, I'm looking around $12.25 to like $12.50 first. So let me show you all this. $12.50. It's right there. That's where I'm looking for the market in cake to originally try to hit, and I will be looking for more sellers to come through there, all the way back up here towards $13, $12.80, give or take. Okay, that's what I'm looking for the market to do in the near term on a daily basis. Right now, long term, yeah, we still got the prospects of seeing this currency go lower. Right. So I'm only playing this prediction on a daily time frame. Now again, take a look at this. Take a look at this. I'm seeing something that many of you may not understand what's going on. Okay. One thing you need to remember, we need to combine volume and price bars together, right? And compare it to other price bars and volume. So take a look at this volume bar. Okay, hold on real quick. Take a look at this volume bar. Okay. I want you all to see this. See if I get this right. Okay, take a look at that volume bar and compare it to yesterday's volume bar. What do you think? What do you think? Like, I'm dropping hints, I'm dropping clues to you to let you know what's actually going on in the market. The volume's about the same, right? Would you say? Yeah, they're about the same. Okay, cool, we got that. Then tell me, what do you think about the spread of those price bars then? What do you think? The price bar from yesterday is a lot wider than the one we're getting today, but the volume is the same. What in the world is going on? What in the world is that trying to tell us? John Santos writes, a lot of sellers when it hits the top resistance. Okay, tell me, what does it mean today? The volume bar that we're seeing today with the price bar today, what does that mean? Look how small that spread is. That's right, Chris. That's 100. That's what I'm telling you all. Money cannot lie to us, right? When people are willing to jump into space and buy something, they have to show their footprint. And Chris is exactly right. Buyers are coming into the market in cake. That's why I'm playing on a short time frame, the expectations to see price go higher. Because he has already confirmed that he was willing to support the price too. Like, look at here. Look right here. Buyers came into the market on June 22nd, June 23rd as well too. That's right, Chris. Possibly holding up the price. That's what they're trying to do. So they're not tricking us. Everyone who's on our team and our community can see the same thing, right? Everyone who's on this live right now has actually seen the trap trying to keep this price from dropping right now. That is exactly what's going on. So that's why we're going to play the strength on a daily perspective. Okay, that's it. I'm not telling you that this is a long-term movement higher, but at least on a daily basis, we can see the market come back up towards $12 to $13. It might even hit 14 next week. And that's 16.75%, right? So I'm gonna hold that there. Now, it's a different story when you look at cake on a weekly perspective. This is the 5-week time frame. Everything in this market for cake is going to hinge on this support area. Everything. Weekly time frame is a different picture. But yeah, this market is definitely showing us on the daily time frame that it wants to go higher. And that is how we're going to play it. Okay. Now remember, we see this price in cake break this support area even all the way down here towards 11. We have to come in and reevaluate because something else is going on that we couldn't see. But from what we're getting right now, this market in cake is trying to go higher. In our TP areas, the first one's going to be like $12.75 all the way back up here towards 14. All right. So let's be on the lookout for that. We're in position. This is our expectations for cake. All right, so now let's go ahead and switch over the markets. All right, we're going to look at a couple of stocks right now. And just to show you that you're able to play in any market, this is very powerful that you're able to play understanding how the market operates, whether you want to go into the cryptocurrency space, whether you want to go into stocks, whether you want to play futures, whether you want to play commodities. You can take the understanding of language analysis anywhere. That makes you a very powerful person, meaning if you want to make money in the stock market, then go to the market, go to the stock market. If you want to go to the cryptocurrency space, go to the cryptocurrency space. So let's go to a couple of stocks real quick. The first one that we're going to look at is RXDX. Okay. Prometheus Biosciences. Now you can tell we don't cover this particular stock. Okay. Now, first thing you want to do is always look at the volume, right? Always. You need to draw your attention at the very bottom of price charts automatically, because when you see spikes in volume, that tells us that bigger institutions participated, that they were involved on these days, right? So now Friday, you guys can see that we got a massive price bar right here around areas of support in Prometheus. So let me show you this area of support real quick. So it's around this vicinity. Okay. So already we've established where the market needs to trade above in order for the prospect of higher price to continue. And it's right there around $21, a little bit lower. Okay. I wouldn't even be surprised if the market is able to come down here neither, because this is a pretty good support area too. Extend it all the way out. So now, majority of the time that this stock has been trading on this exchange, I want you all to see, where has the majority of the price action occurred? Where has the majority of trades occurred in this particular stock? Let me know. Has it occurred above $20 or has it occurred below? So let me circle the market. Since it's been trading, has been below $21 or $20 this many days. That was it. Everything else, price has been above that line. Appreciate that, JR. Thank you. Right? Everything, all of the trading days, all of the price action has occurred above $20. Got it. So that tells me that the market at best is willing to keep the price in Prometheus above $20. So we got that out the way. Now, you guys can see that the big institutions came into the market yesterday in Prometheus. So when we do that, you remember when I tell you, you need to look at price bars and volume at the same time. Okay. So we got high volume, but take a look at where the market closed yesterday. Did we close at the high of the bar? Did we close in the middle? Did we close on the low? Okay. So what does this mean? Right? What's going on? Don't forget, people don't lie with their money. People do not play around when it comes to money. So what do you think happened yesterday in the market in Prometheus? Do you think people were selling? Do you think the people was buying? Where price closed at tells us a lot of what happened that day. All right. With the market closing off of the high of that bar with high volume, automatically we need to be thinking that more sellers came in this space. Automatically. We need to think that. So that's what I'm thinking already as to what type of price action was going on. Were more people buying or were more people selling in Prometheus on Friday? Right now, we're going to go with the premise that the market was selling. Okay. All right, so now let's take a look at the chart on a different time frame. Okay, so now this is the 3-day time frame into the market in Prometheus. You're right, Chris, both was going on, but which one dominated the most? Right? Was it more buyers or was it more sellers? So this is the 3-day time frame. Take a look at what happened the last 2 3-day price bars. Right? The market closed on the low of each one. High volume is coming in on this current one, very small spread. That tells me again that buyers are stepping into the market in Prometheus right here above our support line. Okay. But it doesn't mean that we're in for free selling, that the skies are clear, because for us to close off of the highs right now, it tells me that there's still a little bit more selling going on in this space, right? How do we end on the weekly time frame? Take a look at that. We're seeing a lot of volatility in this stock right now. Okay. I mean, we've seen the price on pretty much every weekly price bar give us indications of weakness, give us indications of massive strength. I mean, we went from $18 all the way up to 26 in 1 week. Last week, we went from $27.50 back down to 20. $7 difference in trading occurred right there. Now, our main premise is seeing this price trade above $20, which is always a positive thing to see. We break this area below $20, then we definitely have to readjust how strong this market in Prometheus really is. Okay. So now let's take a look at this on an hourly time frame then. All right. So you can see that this market is pretty much ragged and rigid, right? The market doesn't connect each price bar. You get prices to where we opened, like for instance, on this 11-hour price bar right here, the market traded and started right around $23.96. The next 11-hour bar, the price was all the way down here at 18. So you see these gaps in trades from the opening of these price bars. That means that this market is not truly efficient. It means that they're having wide gaps to create a market, meaning that we cannot find buyers and sellers on each 1 cent increment, right? So let's look at this on an hourly 1 hour chart. You can see a little bit better here. Like every bar we see is 1 hour worth of trades, and we're getting a lot of gaps, right? So this market in Prometheus is not real efficient. It's not orderly. So the trap is having real problems trying to create a flow. We have a lot of gaps, a lot of trades all over the place in Prometheus. When you see this, that tells you that you do not want to be overextended on this particular stock because you may not have enough volume to get out your position. The market has to be fluid. So let me show you. Okay, let me give you an example. All right. So this is Prometheus on a 1 hour chart. Look how distorted it looks. It's not flowing. Okay, let me show you another one. I'm gonna show you Apple stock. Okay, so that's Prometheus at the top. That's the hourly time frame. Let me show you Apple on an hourly time frame. This is Apple on a 1 hour time frame, right? Take a look at this. You see how it flows? You see how the bars connects? That tells us that there's enough volume, enough momentum in Apple to where you can pretty much get the price you want, right? You cannot get that in Prometheus right now because the market is having issues. There's not enough interest. There's not that much demand really coming through in Prometheus. So be careful when you're in this particular market when you see this on charts. This is exactly what it means. This market in Prometheus is a lot less efficient and orderly than Apple's market is. We have more people involved in Apple stock than we do in Prometheus. That is all that it's saying. Okay, that's another very important thing to remember when you're in the charts. All right, so now let me look at this. Okay, so when we see Prometheus right here, we got to look at the volume. Every time frame, you got to look at the volume. Okay. So what happened on these high volume bars? While we're trading around this $20 area support, I told you that that is an indication that we're seeing buyers coming into this area in Prometheus. Let's see this on a 3 hour time frame. Okay. So this is the 3 hour chart in Prometheus. These two 3 hour price bars definitely came through in high volume. Did we go lower? No, we didn't. Did we go higher? No, we didn't. So this tells us that this market in Prometheus is just literally trying to hold support and trying to go higher from here. Okay. Now let me look at this on a 90-minute chart. So yeah, I'm gonna play the strength in the market in Prometheus, but again, don't become overextended, right? Maybe around $22.65 to 23. Let me change back over to the daily. Let me run this prediction on real quick. I would probably say around that vicinity there. I would definitely come through and TP out around 23 though. So that would be about 6.5% profitability movement to the upside. All the way up here towards like $23.60. Okay. Now that might happen relatively quick. Like it might even happen on the open of Monday's trading day. Okay. But yeah, I like it only for the fact that majority of the trading occurred above $20. This high volume bar does indicate that selling did occur, but we were still able to close higher than the last 2 trading days. So that tells me that there's more strength willing to purchase the selling that is occurring in the market in RXDX. So we're going to play that 23 first area TP all the way up here towards like $23.70. I'm looking for that to try to play out like in the next 4 or 5 days for the market to try to at least get one of those TP areas out. Yeah, but I like it though. All right, so now let's take a look at another stock. We got 3 more to look at. We got another stock and 2 cryptocurrencies to look at, and then we'll be done. All right, the next one that we're gonna look at is Regions Financial. Okay, so now let me zoom out, and you can see the type of trend that we are already going through in Regions Financial. All right. Dimitri asked the question, is it correct to check volume only on a single exchange? Exactly. You only want to look at the exchange that you're actually doing your position in, because all the other exchanges don't matter. I don't care about what's going on Coinbase if I'm trading on Binance Exchange, because the trap does not influence what occurs on Coinbase Exchange. They are all separate markets, right? They're all separate. So I only focus in on the market that I'm trading in, that I'm investing in, that I'm actually having my account tied to, right? So now let's look at regions. So we're pretty much in the uptrend. You know, we're not going to be fooled. The strength into the market in regions is up. So we're going to follow the trend, right? So we are going to be under the premise that Regions Financial stock is in an uptrend, right? Cool. First things first, have we ever seen Region trade above $24, right? This is the 3 weeks time frame, and we have. There is history on this price chart that substantiates that Region was able to come all the way up to $38 in 2006, right before the financial crash in 2008. Okay, so we need to use this to our benefit. Is it a surprise for us to see the market in regions find rejection right here? Is that a surprise? Because it's not. The market in regions has used that number around $24 as support and restriction. So the market area support for regions back in 1999, 2000 was here at 24, even down here, 22. Where is the price at now? It's trading below those areas that the market in region was using as support. So, got it. The market in regions has been unsuccessful at breaking price above $22 and $24. Those are our restriction points. We're not going to expect the market price in regions to go higher until we see this market successfully break price above that number. This is the 5 weekly time frame. The market here in regions, what do you think? Are we really strong? Are we really weak? Or are we just taking a break before we resume to higher prices? This is the 5 weekly time frame. This market bar right here is concluded. So we don't have to worry about any more changes to this price bar. This is final. Did we break below $19 in regions? Nope. And we still kept price above our ascending line. So all in all, regions is still strong because of those reasons. we have been sustaining price above our ascending line, and price has been able to hold support around 19 right there. Okay, let's see how the market looks on a 2 weeks time frame. This bar right here from 2 weeks ago is weakness. So if we get strength on this current 2-day price bar, we got 6 days and 2 hours left. So if the market regions in the next 6 days, I'm telling you the clue right now, if we close higher than this previous close, this market region is going to go a lot higher in the long term. Just that simple. So you really need to pay attention to how this market trades in regions next week. Because if price closed below this previous 2 weekly price bar, then the market in regions is going to go a lot lower in price, right? So now let me look at this on a 3-day time frame. You already got an idea right here. Take a look at this. This is the 3-day time frame in regions. All right, take a look at this. You remember, take a look at that volume. So I'm looking at that volume and I'm looking at the price bar in associating with it. What does this mean? Guys, I'm telling every one of you all that the chart tells us everything we need to know about where price is likely headed. It tells us. So I want you all to tell me what in the world happened. A lot of volume came in regions right there. And then take a look at the result. All right. That is 3 days worth of price action in regions. The volume was heavy. You would expect the market to go down, right? Yeah, of course. But did it? Look at this. Look at that one. Did the market go down? Chris Wright selling. Yes, the market did sell. But what else happened? In order for the market to continue to drop in price, the next 3-day price bar needs to go lower than it. And that did not happen. Right? It did. But look at the result. The volume came through on this 3-day price bar, but we didn't close on the bottom neither. Take a look at that. We closed towards a little bit above the low of the bar. So buyers came into the market in regions. That's right, Chris. What happened on this 3-day price bar tells us that there was enough interest in regions price that the next 3-day price bar moved higher. Exactly. So the market is strong. That's right, John. Strong support at the trend line. That's right, JR. There's still buyers in the market. So regions is still a buy. Regions is still anticipated to go higher in price. That's why I wanted to show you all the background of the chart though. Okay. We've seen the market hit rejection already at 22 and 24. So even though we know that buyers are in the market in regions right now, we still need to be careful right there around $22 and $24. Take a look at this one. This is the 5-day price bar in regions. The market, like on this 5-day price bar right here, the next one we saw weakness. Boom. Again, that's what you would expect. So that told us that the market in regions is still weak. But the next 5-day price bar, we have a change. Something occurred, right? Something changed. So now I'm looking for the price in regions to go higher, but I'm gonna be conservative, right? I'm not going to say that the market in regions is going to go back up to 38. No, not yet. But we can still see it hit 22 and then 24, because those were the latest areas of restriction the market in regions went through, right? Now, you guys can see that we got this very tight area of decision making that's going to happen in regions. If we're not able to break above 22 in the next coming couple of 5-day price bars, the market's going to go down. Andrea, yeah, there's always a buyer and there's always sellers. But somebody has to be in the market stopping price movement. And they do that by either selling or buying the majority of their stake. So I like regions. So far, the trend is still intact. We still bounce off of this $19 area, even support. So I'm still playing the strength, but I'm not going to be extremely strong in the market though. Okay. So I'm looking forward to getting around 22. That's about 6 3/4. Back up towards 24. And that's about 16% there. All right. Let me see how the market looks on the monthly time frame. Yeah. The monthly time frame even shows us a little bit of indication of weakness too. Okay. So be on the lookout on this one. Right now, this market in regions is just trading sideways. So we can still break this ascending line. So long as price doesn't break below 19, the price is going to go higher. Okay. All right, so now let's move on to back to cryptocurrencies. We're going to look at Ethereum Classic. And here it is right here. So you guys can see we did a price prediction in the market in Ethereum Classic. And we expected the market to go lower. Again, you're able to do this for yourself. You're able to read the market price for what it is without being confused. So pretty good call, 23% right there. Okay, we did the price prediction on June the 19th. Market took it out on June the 22nd, so it didn't take long. These are the ones we like best when the market actually moves quick and hits our positions rather than taking a couple of days to weeks. That's a pretty good one right there. So let me take that away. Now, I've been trying to tell everyone when we've been looking at the cryptocurrencies that the market is still weak, but I'm looking for a bounce. I'm looking for the market to actually reclaim some higher prices. And I'm still seeing that in Ethereum Classic, right? Take a look at this. So you guys can see at the bottom of the chart, okay, the volume in Ethereum Classic has been increasing. We've already identified where support is. So these are buyers that's into the market in Ethereum Classic right here. They're right here, right now. All of this volume and price is not even dropping. Yeah, the market is buying at that particular price, okay, already. So I'm pretty much already looking at the daily time frame, looking for the market in Ethereum Classic to go higher. How high do you think the market's going to go though? $45.45. Yeah, that's probably where I'm looking for the market in Ethereum Classic to go. So I would say like $46.45 to 50. Let me see if I can run that on the chart. So the first area would be 46.45. That's about 16 3/4% profitability right there already. So we would TP the market there first at around 46.45, all the way up here towards 46, towards 50, just to give you a nice round number though. And our support area is going to be right here, around $31.89, 32. Okay. And then we take this back over to the daily. Zoom in so you all can see. So we're going to TP the market around $46.45 first, back up towards 50. Zen right, this is it, guys. No way it can go any lower. Well, it can always go lower. You know, I don't want to think that there's no impossibility that it can go lower, because it definitely can. You can see on the background of this chart in Ethereum Classic, the market price trade all the way below $4, $5. So it could go lower, right? But right now, we're expecting a small bounce occur in the cryptocurrency market, and we're not going to be overly bullish, but we're going to take some profit off the table around 46.45 up towards 50. Okay, because one thing is certain is that the chart don't lie, right? Take a look at this volume right here in Ethereum Classic, right? Take a look at it. Automatically, today's price action, we need to see Ethereum Classic towards close on the low end of the bar, at least have a very wide price spread, because it tells us that the market is not agreeing to price right around $38, $39. But look at the market today. Small spread, decent amount of volume. We're closing higher than yesterday's close. The market is being propped up. That's why we're playing the strength into the market in Ethereum Classic right now. Right? That's it. So now let me look at the last one for today. This one is for JR. Go ahead and run this back. Harmony 1. You guys can see right here, we did a price prediction into the market in Harmony 1. Being fully transparent. Did we get this one right? No, we didn't. Instead of the market in Harmony 1 giving us some strength and go higher, it continued to show weakness, right? And you will get these wrong every once in a while. Your prediction will go the opposite direction, which is why we're being fully transparent. We have nothing to hide here in our predictions. Mantra right, sell, take your profit, otherwise someone else would take it. Most definitely. That's why we're not going to be, we do have some long plays, but we don't even look at those. We don't even think about those cryptocurrencies. But when we're in the market trying to grab profits, trying to take the bag, we in and out. Once we hit the spot, we out. On to the next one. This is how you're able to accumulate profitability in this space. So yeah, we didn't get this one right in Harmony 1. And my question to you is, at what point would you have known that our prediction was wrong? At what point? What day? Because I'll be real with you. I'll tell you where I would have gotten out the market in this prediction. First things first, where did we have our support area? Right? Around 7 cents. That's where we had our support. So what day will we have said, yeah, the market ain't going the way we expected it to go. Let's cut the losses and move on. It was on this day right here. Let me show you. How we closed on June 21st was that day to tell us that, yeah, our prediction that we did on June the 9th, time to let it go. Right there. So we didn't get it right. We haven't gotten out on that position down here on the close, which is around 34.5% right there. But now I want to show you all this though. Okay. Let me show you all this. Look what's been going on. It's pretty much like all the other cryptocurrencies, just like Ethereum Classic. The market in Harmony 1 is giving us some strength right now. So instead of this 6 cents, 7 cents being our support area, we're going to transition that over and use it for restriction. Okay. So let me get rid of this line up here because the market in Harmony 1 is not even up there towards 13 to 22 cents. This is our focal point right down here. Okay. Let's look at the market in Harmony 1 on a 2-day time frame. So over the last couple of 2-day price bars, you guys can see that the market has been holding price quite well. It's healthy. It's not extremely weak. It looked like we're trying to form a base, and that base price is around a nickel. Okay. What about the market on the 3-day? Again, same thing on the 3-day time frame. If the market in Harmony 1 was truly weak on this 3-day price bar, we would have seen the market close on the low end. We did it. We closed towards the middle. On this current 3-day price bar, we're getting a very small spread. And I mean, a decent amount of volume. We're definitely seeing a lot more volume on this current 3-day price bar than what we've seen the last 7 or 8 3-day price bars, right? So I'm still seeing the opportunity to see Harmony 1 go high in price. Still seeing it. Now, let me show you how high I'm looking for the market to go though. Because I don't want you all to think that this is going to shoot back up towards 20 cents, because I'm not. Right around here is going to be our area of support around a nickel, right? That is where the market feels comfortable in keeping price at. Ultimately, back up towards our last area of support. Now it's going to be restriction around 7. That's only 2 cents. And you can see 2 cent different will give you around 18, almost 19% profitability in your position. Okay. Now, in between that, our first area TP will be right there around 6.5 cents. That will give us 12% out the market right there. All right, so we'll take it up there towards 7 cents, but we'll come through the market, take some profit out this space around 6.5. Now, this is not a long-term play. None of our price predictions that we did today is long-term. I'm just expecting a small bounce to occur. We come in, meet the trap where we expect them to go, and take the bag and go and move on to the next play, because you could clearly tell the long-term trend so far is down. Right? But it doesn't mean that we can't come into the store every once in a while, see if there's a discount, see if we can grab some profit and then move on. You can do that too. Harmony 1 in the long term is still giving us weakness, but from a daily perspective, I'm expecting us to give a small movement to the upside. All right. Appreciate that, Monster Store. Other YouTubers hype the coins and they sell it at some point and ask you to dollar cost average and hold. Guys, this man is doing a great job. Appreciate that, Mantra. Yeah, because we're not in that business. We want to have a community of people who is always in position in anticipation as to capitalize on where price is going to go, right? I'm not going to be here to try to hype you all up, because I already understand that cryptocurrencies do go up, but take a look, they do go down. And it's a disservice to have people in this space seemingly think that everything always go up. And the sad part is that we have people relatively new to the cryptocurrency space buy Harmony 1 all the way up here around 19 cents, 20 cents, because some YouTuber, because some person came in and said, buy it, because some person said the price in the next 15 years is going to be astronomical to where it is right now. But just look at the loss though. Like, somebody believed or was persuaded to come in and buy Harmony 1 at 19 cents. And here we are today at 5. That is 70% gone. And it happened in less than a month. Like, that is monumental. Nobody is in this space trying to give people a heads up as to, hey, be careful, because these cryptocurrencies do drop. And when they drop, you can lose 75% of its value, right? So that's why we're here. We're not here to give you any fluff, any FOMO, any FUD. We're just going to tell you, hey, this is where we look for this price to go, right? We're not going to be here to try to confuse you, because it shouldn't be confusing. I tell all of our people in our community, think about this. In the early stages of the stock exchange, what did the investors, what did the traders have at their disposal to understand where the market is going to go? But they was able to do it. They was able to trade the markets as well. Rather than us having the technological advancement we have today, they actually had to look at numbers, the price, and the volume as to what was traded on that instrument at that time. So it took a lot longer to see where price was going to go in the 1930s. But we got the advancement of charts right now. These price bars and the volume, that's all you need, because it tells us how active the market is. It tells us of what really occurred on the price bars. And it tells us in the long term what's going on. Like, I'm just amazed at how confused the information is in regards to technical analysis, even in regards to reading articles and trying to gauge a company's earnings reports. You don't need none of that just to profit into the market. And sometimes I question, right? Sometimes I question, are these indicators created for the benefit of people, right? are these indicators created for our benefit? These are all indicators that people have created. Right? Look, I'm just scrolling. And all of these are indicators. You can see how confused this space is. Why do you need to have all of this? Seriously. You see that? It's ridiculous. It doesn't take all of that. That is true, Chris. I've seen it too. You know, the company comes out with the earnings reports and you have analysts sit down and try to rummage through what was said, listen to the audio, try to gauge the earnings reports, the sales, the revenue, yada, 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 all of this. And then the price still goes down. You know why? Because the trap, the one you see on the bottom left side of this screen, he don't care about that. He only cares about what you are willing to pay and sell for these shares. That's it. That's exactly right, JR. That's how they trap us. Because of the news, because of the earnings report, because it was positive, you would expect automatically, well, if it was positive, the price would go higher. Yeah, okay. You could think that if you want to. That's how they're tricking us. That's how they're putting us in these bad positions. So you guys are doing the exact same thing. You're doing an excellent job in questioning those type of ideas because that's not how this market operates. It doesn't. So that's it. Again, I appreciate everyone who took the time out to listen to what I had to say. I definitely want to thank every one of you who is a part of our community because like I said, this game is relatively simple and easy once you understand what's going on. And I want to teach everyone, I want to show everyone who wants to be part of our community that you can also do the same thing. So I want to say thank you for taking out the hour and 36 minutes to do in this live stream. This is what we're all about. We want to collaborate with you all, show you all some things on a price chart and not to be tricked and fooled into thinking that price is going to go somewhere. All right. So that's it. I want to give you all your time back. Thank you for spending the hour and 36 minutes with me. I'll let you get back to what you was doing. But as always, make sure you stay on the lookout because the trap is out there trying to put everyone in some terrible positions. So be on the lookout. Make sure you maintain the profitability. And as always, I'll see you all on the next one. Appreciate that, John.